Hi friends, the puppy and I are here to pick our July TBR. Normally I do a lot of buddy reading and mood reading, but I have accumulated a ton of books over the past, over my entire life, and I want to start trying to eliminate some of the books on my physical TBR. I also have a lot of books that I check out from the library and then I don't read. So today I'm going to let the spinner wheel pick what I read, but all of the selections on the wheel are either books that I've bought in the last several months or books I already have from the library ready to go for July. I think we're ready to spin the wheel. I think I'm gonna do 5 or 6 spins because I've been reading about 8 books a month, and I know I will probably do a couple of buddy reads or something, or mood reads. So I think that 5 or 6 should be good to have a structure. Okay, spin number 1. The Prison Healer. I have that here on my shelf right here. I got the Fairy Loot edition. So The Prison Healer is about a 17-year-old girl who has worked as a healer in an infamous death prison. And then she's kind of assigned to keep the rebel queen alive, who has to undergo trials. Then the main character receives a message basically saying not to let the rebel queen die. Do not let her die. So the main character volunteers to partake in the trials in her place. It sounds like it has Hunger Games vibes, so it sounds very good. I will be excited to read it, and that one is a physical book, thank goodness. I really need to start reading my physical books. Hold me to that, okay? Hold me to that. All right, let's do spin number 2. Oh, I forgot to hide it from the, okay, well, if it comes with a candle. Oh. I got it again. Okay, now I know to click hide choice. I guess that one is just really cemented. That one's for sure. Okay, spin number 2. I kind of hope it's a book from the library. I don't know why. I just love. Oh, Promise of Darkness! It is a book from the library. The library? I believe Promise of Darkness is an adult fantasy romance, which I'm definitely in the mood for that, so I'm very happy. It's a fairy tale that is also inspired by the myth of Hades and Persephone, and I've heard a lot of people say that it is like ACOTAR. Basically, I think there's like a princess, and there's like a court of darkness, and then there's like the dark prince. And that's all I need to know really, just that there's a dark prince. I don't need to know any of the plot, nothing. I'm ready to read it, just knowing that there's a dark prince. Okay, good stuff so far. Spin number 3, let's do it. Stella's getting tired. She's like, I don't like spinning. The Sisters of the Winter Wood. So here it is. Hi. Here is Sisters of the Winter Wood. I bought this one from my local bookstore really recently. I saw the cover and thought, wow, that's beautiful. And I think it's an adult fantasy that is really inspired by fairy tales, and I'm totally in the mood for that right now. And on the front cover, there is a blurb from Madeline Miller. If you know me, you know my favorite author is Madeline Miller. So the fact that she called it a gripping, powerful story, I needed it. She called it a gripping, powerful story of family, sisterhood, and 2 young women trying to find their way in the world. So it just sounds like really up my alley, like really like my mood right now. In a remote village surrounded by vast forests, Liba and Laya have been raised on the honeyed scent of their mom's babka and the low rumble of their tati's prayers. But when dark forces threaten their village, the sisters discover a family secret passed down through generations. Faced with a magical heritage they never knew existed, Liba and Laya realize that old fairy tales are true and could save them all. So this mixes poetry, history, and obviously fairy tales. And I'm just really, really fascinated and interested because it just seems like very unique that a lot of it is like in verse, I think you'd call it, like poetry. And I always like it when authors play around with that kind of stuff and with the format. I'm very happy with the wheel. The wheel has been good to me today. Time to spin the wheel again. Hide that choice. All right, spin number 4, I think. We Free the Stars. Cool. Okay, I bought this one when I was at Barnes & Noble last month. I've been meaning to read this for a while because it's the sequel to We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faizal, and I absolutely loved We Hunt the Flame. It was so good. Beautiful prose and a perfect enemies to lovers romance. I'm excited at the same time. Okay, next. How many more spins do I have? I think that this is the 5th spin, so let's do it. Kisses and Croissants. That one is up in the top of my bookshelf. It's kind of hard to get out, so I'm gonna get it out right now. It was basically a cover buy for me. It just really appealed to like my old high school self or middle school self. I've always been obsessed with Paris. Title Kisses and Croissants really reminded me of the title of Love and Gelato, which I absolutely adored. Now this seems like a true perfect pick for a beach read or for just like a summery fun YA rom-com. The story follows a 17-year-old girl who is spending the summer in France in an elite ballet program when she meets a young, handsome young man. And then she has some kind of whirlwind romance in Paris. And I need that right now. I need to read that right now. Love Paris, and it just sounds really fun. Okay, I think this might be the final spin. I'll do 1 or 2 more, we'll see. Spin number 6. This Golden Flame, it's right here. This Golden Flame by Emily Victoria. I have the Fairy Loot edition, which I think is just lovely. It sounds very interesting. It sounds like a blend of science fiction and fantasy, maybe kind of dystopian. I think there are automatons and technology, but it's also a very like fantastical setting. She is forced to serve her country's ruling group of scribes, and the scriptorium is focused on unlocking the magic of an ancient automaton army. That sounds really cool. I think the main character is also Ace, but you don't see as often, so I'm excited to read this. Okay, I'm gonna spin 1 more time just for fun. Let's see. This will be my optional pick. Rule. Okay, I actually have no idea what this one is about. Let me pull her off the shelf. Okay, so Rule by Ellen Goodlett is a book that I found in my local library book sale, and I just saw the cover and was like, I would probably like that, so I just picked up and bought it for 99 cents. The back comps it to Three Dark Crowns, Pretty Little Liars, and King Lear, which sounds like an amazing mix. So there are 3 girls who all have secrets that could get them killed, but they are all brought together by the king, from which they discover that they are the 3 living heirs and he's dying. It reminds me a little bit of Stardust too. I'm excited by the Three Dark Crowns comp because I love when there are several POVs and you can't pick who to root for. But yeah, I guess this will be my 6th or 7th book of the month. Alright, goodbye spinner wheel. Anyways, thank you for watching. Leave me a comment below if you've read any of these books or if you want to buddy read any of them. I love buddy reading. That helps keep me accountable. It makes me read it. Alright, anyways, thanks for being here and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!